And we're back, and today I want to highlight probably the most difficult opponent in racing, and that's racing with lag. It's probably one of the most scariest things because you want to stay clean, but you also don't know where the car is. As point in case number one here, someone's gonna lag like crazy and stop in the middle of the track, and the smoke screen is deployed as we go from P8, and we're still going, so everyone's like really disjointed here, everyone's all over the place because of that lag spike. We go from P8 as we pass the Corvette all the way to P3. That's not really normal in normal racing conditions. But we're going to snag another one here from the American Porsche driver. And that's P8, I think it was, to P2 in a few corners on lap 1. Who says he can't win the race on lap 1? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Please don't do that. That's no. Anyways, some information about this race. It's a 6-lapper around Spa with softs and medium required. Haven't really raced Spa since the BOP update. I don't know. How are you guys finding the BOP update? I think it has completely killed MR cars. So, the Audi I'm driving, the Lambo I drove last manufacturer season. As we're going on to the end of lap 2, as the laggy Lexus in front makes a mistake, goes off the track, dirty tyres, so I'm expecting to go wide, as he does. And we're going to pass him just after Stavolo, is it? Pretty sure. God, I haven't been around Spa for a very long time. But, yeah, so we've passed the Lexus, and you'll see that this isn't like a live recording because you can't see the gaps to the cars behind, ahead, whatever. But the race really picks up after the pit stop. So going to the pit stops, which I think we should transition right about now. Come on. There we go. So I've pretty much gained maybe 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds on the car behind me. As we go in the pit lane, car behind me has 46, so that Lexus 46, and serially has 52. And this is where my error, I suppose, happens as we trundle down the pit lane from one of the best pit lane animations because it's literally you driving up and down the pit lane as the Audi boys are sitting there waiting. We're all pretty much on the same strategy here, us three. We're pretty much the 3 main contenders here, all on medium switching to softs. Except I'm a little different here. I'm gonna put fuel in the car. I've probably burnt a little too much. As we put in the fuel in now, up to about 60. As it come out, I'm waiting for Miller to put the fuel in, but I'm like, what's happening here? And serially behind, his fuel meter's not moving either. As Miller comes out with the same amount of fuel we came in, and serially has jumped me, or nearly jumped me, by not putting fuel in as well. So Miller is now 3 seconds ahead, and Cirily's gained about 2.5 seconds by not putting in fuel. So yeah, I'm ultimately the loser on the pit stops. But because Miller hasn't put any fuel in, he's going to be fuel saving like crazy to reach the end. And after the race, he told me, yeah, it was a mistake on his part. He didn't intentionally not put any fuel in. He just pressed the don't refuel button. Luckily, he did have some fuel to make to the end, but it's pretty much put him right under pressure, and me putting in the fuel and put me under pressure from serially behind. So I'm pretty much the one with the strongest fuel position here. I can pretty much push to the end. Serially behind, I think he can fuel save a little and get away with it. So now it's a matter of getting past Miller and hoping he holds serially up. Because we're pretty much at the same pace here, me and him behind. So this lap is pretty much just a lap of catching him, which isn't really that hard. I said he was about 3 seconds ahead, and that gap has visibly gotten smaller. It's probably lost maybe 1.5 seconds already, and we're only halfway through the lap. as we go to the final. As a kid, I always thought Spa looked like a drill, so I always called this the handle. As we're coming up towards Blanchimont, you'll see I'm visibly getting closer and closer. He's taking up more pixels on my screen. And in an R8 against a Lexus, which the Lexus is pretty much the dominant GT3 car now, I think, with the Genesis, I'm catching it, which is not normal, as now you can see the lag is really starting to play a part, because I don't really know where he is. So I'm just going to play it safe and just go wide. And he slots in. I don't really know what's happening. He's kind of just jittering all over the place. Cyrilli is pretty much right behind me here. And because he's fuel saving so much, I can pretty much overtake him into the hairpin. La Source hairpin. Yes, I got that right? But you don't want to, so I've pretty much slotted right behind him, as I've learned from my mistakes around Tokyo Expressway. As we slot behind him, and we're gonna size up a move going into, no, what's the chicane called around here? I don't remember it, sorry, my bad. As he's pretty much gonna cover the inside, we're gonna go on the outside and try and do it the long way around. Again, because I don't know where he is, I'm really playing this really safe. I'm pretty sure he's still on my right, he's glitching to my right, so I kind of just have to let him go a little bit. As we're going to go around the outside here, which doesn't really work, but we've been forced out here, and I want to instantly get into position, because Cyrilli was about to invade that space, as now he's just lagging and lagging, so I'm hoping for a mistake, which I get right here going into Puon. He's just going to lag out wide, and me and Cyrilli just go underneath and pass him. So now it's a battle between me and Cyrilli now. We've been held up that entire time, but now we've got 1.5 laps of racing to go between us two. As we go to Stavolo. I'm pretty sure it is. Please roast me if I get the corner name wrong. Because, yeah, I don't remember my corner names very well around here, because I haven't raced here in a while. But Cyrilli is pretty much about a second behind me. I think I'm pretty much quicker, slowly getting quicker. I think it might be because of the fuel situation that Cyrilli's in. But something's going to happen here that's going to pretty much lock in the race for us. As, you know what, we're going through here, he might hit the curb or something, and this happens. You hate to see it, but that's pretty much it. From there, this is now the final lap, and we're pretty much home free. We're free to go to the end. So, at this point, we've pretty much gapped the Lexus by about like 5 seconds, I think. I'm really going on fragmented memory here. As we go through the final chicane, as we cross the line in P1. And that's it. Racing with lag is quite difficult and very not recommended, but if you have to, just play it safe so you avoid taking the other guy out. Luckily, Miller was a really good driver, so probably that plays a part. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.